Hey, we're live. Oh, there's my wife. Normally you hear me talking about her. You know what? For those of you that hear the names, that's my wife, Kasha. See who that is over there? That's Sam. Say hi, Sam. So you hear his name a lot. And then there's Eric with the hair. Eric with the hair.
You hear my name all the time.
Yeah, usually.
Getting yelled at.
Oh. And then there's Andrew. Andrew's always doing. He films the Feedback Fridays with me on Thursday mornings for all the Academy members. Eric, for his sins, does a lot of everything else, and is also my full-time engineer. He's full-time engineer and general gopher. Lau's looking at you. This is. He's feeling bad for you. This is Lau Reynolds, who has been here with a little gap since 2003. So, and I remember I regaled that story of being told about 10 years ago to ask for you, and I had a different assistant who was like, got all upset. He's like, people always say to say hi to Lau, they never say to say hi to me. So my guess is people like you.
Hello.
And these are a lot of our Academy members here who have come. Hey, Mum. And there's more. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. And then there's Glenn Fricker hiding out there. Can you see Glenn Fricker hiding out there? In the distance. There's a ringer over there who works for Chandler, really. He's sold lots of Chandler products since he's been here. You probably have inadvertently. Marvelous. So this is the very, very beautiful Studio D. So I want to ask you a couple of dumb questions, Mr. Lau. So this is a 96 channel API Legacy.
Plus, yes.
Legacy Plus. What makes it a plus? I mean, I actually don't know the answer.
Well, there's a couple things. One is it's an inline console instead of split.
Right.
That's a big deal. Another is there's 24 buses instead of 16. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's like one more aux. But the big deal is whether it's inline or split.
Right.
So that's the kind of big difference.
That's a huge difference, yeah. It's a gorgeous sounding console. These are all, they are all still 550As, but they've made them narrower so they could basically make a console that's 96 channels. Because it's huge.
Yeah, they had to actually put all these guys kind of slanted so they could get the right throw on them.
Oh, yeah. That's really smart. That's really smart. So, yeah. Oh, so they call them 560L.
Yeah, long.
Long.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Plot 13 said, that's what she said. So it's a gorgeous console. We had a lot of fun on it. And what I really love is, of course, with every single room is equipped. Where is our repeater?
Right there.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We lost you there for a second. We're back. Okay, so this is some of the stuff we've been using. This is a retro stay level. Hello there in Bulgaria. Just really gorgeous. Where did we end up on that? Oh, we used it on a vocal because we did a mult. So we had a vocal 1073, and then we malted it to the retro and to a DBX 160 into 1176, which is my preferred chain, which I stole from like Dave Jordan, Brian Colstrom, Don Smith, Mike Klink, Jack Douglas. You know, it's a very typical sound. Yeah, a mult, M-U-L-T. So we came out of the 1073 and went to two different compression chains and actually printed them separately so we could have a listen. So Outboard here is fantastic. As you can see, oh, and we do have this Chandler. We had this for the D19 because we ran two drum kits. If you watch yesterday's video, you'll see us talking about the two different drum kit setups that we had. And so the D19C was the mono overhead over the kit. And we thought, and to get it as beatly as possible, we ended up using this EMI Chandler here. The Spectrasonics we ended up using on guitars. It was rather gorgeous. We initially started off, what did we start off initially on? Okay, sorry about that. We seem to have internet issues here, but and then the kick in. We didn't have a 160 XT, which is my preferred one, but to be honest, you know, when you have a distressor, you can pretty much do anything. So we did that. We had the 312 on the D19C. We have the Shadow Hills. We didn't actually get to use it. And I think it was really a case of like we have so much choice. We have pretty much anything and everything in the studio that when we wanted that sound and that look, quite frankly, as silly as that sounds, we just went over to this little baby over here, which is rather nice, which, you know, is a Fairchild and is a deposit on most people's houses. A beautiful 670. Might be some people's houses. And that started off with the overheads actually on these gorgeous Chandlers down here. We didn't engage EQ. Could have done, but didn't. But sounded phenomenal. Oh, and you were using this, Lau, weren't you, on a parallel drum bus? Is that correct?
Yeah, smashing the room mics.
Oh, you were smashing the room mics. That was it. Absolutely gorgeous. And the interesting thing is you weren't doing that much compression, but you were using it to overdrive them.
Yeah, lots of input.
Yeah.
Down the output.
Yeah, look at that. And so he added a little grit to the rim mics, which was pretty phenomenal. Now, was it the RCAs?
That was the AEAs, the R84s.
Oh, right. The R84s. Absolutely gorgeous. So, oh yeah, the D30 was over here. Yeah, so we had the D30. Hey, Monty. And we have my 1173, which we actually haven't fired up yet. I know, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I think it was, for me, it's like all the stuff that I don't have access to is what I really want to do. So David Hammond was watching and he was driving and he's parked. He said, oh, I'm parking so we can watch this live. Say hi to David.
Hey, David.
Hey.
Smart move to park.
Smart move to park, yeah. David did our first masterclass. Oh, he's done 2 masterclasses with us. He did the mixing one as well.
Yeah, he did.
But he's building a studio at the moment. Marvelous.
A whole man of studio.
Yeah, exactly. And we just had John McBride came by and spoke with us for about an hour. And now Richard Dodd's coming by to speak to us for another hour. And then after that, Reid Shippen's coming to speak to us for 3 hours because we're going to do a 2-hour mixing discussion and then we're going to do a 1-hour interview with him. So, poor guy. Richard's going to be excited. Okay, so that's the repeater. That's what we're hoping will help us to stay in here. All right, I'm going to put some guys on the spot. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Are you doing well, Jebby? Did you have a great time?
I had a fantastic time.
What have you learned?
I don't know about lots of different gear, for sure. This is what I really want to do. In another life, yeah.
We don't have to be another life. It's
No,
going to be in this life.
It's going to be in this one. No, absolutely.
It's beautiful.
And this guy over here is amazing.
Mr.
Absolutely
Lau,
amazing.
Lau Reynolds.
Keeps it running smooth. For sure.
That's a great shot of Lau hanging back with a massive console behind you. It's rather nice. This is Pat. He's very talkative. What did you learn?
I don't know. Learned a little bit about the boards and the different monitors and how they sound, and basically if I have I guess when I don't know something, like what's to use, you got this nice engineer friend here who can help you and just ask Lowell what he needs.
It was one of the first things we talked about, wasn't it? It was about the idea of when you're in a room and you don't know the room, just ask the assistant. Because usually they're your assistant, but when they're not your assistant, they're engineering in the rooms. And they're also learning from every other producer and engineer that comes in. So there's nobody smarter than the guy that knows the room. Is there anything in particular you feel like you've learned or you want to learn more of, or both?
I feel like interacting with the other people that came to this was one of the most rewarding things. Not to downplay how awesome Warren is, obviously, but
That's okay. You can downplay. I'm fine.
despite having access to all this amazing gear,
Yep.
what was most remarkable to me was how important it is to understand what you have and know how to use what you have before you try to acquire other things. So,
Great. And you have a wonderful collection of gear. We've talked about yours.
yeah, I'm lucky.
So who was the last client in Studio D, somebody was asking before we came in?
Steve Mitchell.
You know, I can't talk about
Ah,
records aren't made yet, so.
You'd have
oh,
to
the
show
records
us.
aren't out yet.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but they're big enough that I can't talk about it.
Yeah, that's one thing. There's a massive sense of professionalism here. So it's like there is that. When I came here and Bonamassa was in here, Mark was like, "Hey, Joe Bonamassa is in there." I said, "Oh, was he in his room?" He said, "No." I said, "Can I go in and have a look?" He went, "No." And Mark's a good friend of mine. He's like, "No, we can't risk you walking into somebody's session and looking at, it's like, just can't do it." So there's that sort of sense of privacy, which I love as well. Because when somebody's paying a decent amount of money to be in a room for months or weeks at a time, it's their room.
They gotta feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Be home.
Yeah, they feel like they put their cup of coffee, iced coffee down, and come back in the next morning and drink that melted ice. So, Famous Patrick, you having fun?
Yes, I am. I'm having the most fun you can possibly have with your clothes on. And I learned a lot about buying drums. I'm not a drummer, and I've asked, and I got a lot of good advice from the other drummers in the class, plus the drum tech here, Paul. He's just an amazing, giving guy, to the point where he said, when you're ready to buy a set of drums, email me, tell me what you're getting, and I'll tell you whether it's worth it or not. I mean,
That's amazing.
that's amazing. You don't find that everywhere. And from John McBride, I just learned that attitude is 99% of your job. And I will say that that's true. You guys got the greatest attitude I've ever run across.
That's wonderful. Yep. Earl.
What really good sound like coming raw from learning, and the musicians playing make a huge difference.
It was pretty amazing.
The talent that we brought in was really good, so
Yeah.
that made a huge difference on
I agree.
just your sound. So having that to start with is a good beginning.
Yeah, the sort of don't screw it up mentality.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw Lem under the bus. Hey, Lem.
Hey. So there's always tons of stuff to learn when you come to one of the master classes. I mean, it's like drinking from a fire hose. You're just absorbing so much stuff all at the same time. And this time it's going to be really interesting to get the stems and start working them up and hear what all the different people in the academy do, because it's got, and I keep thinking about it. For example, one way it could just go almost like a straight up rock song, but then we got this pedal steel guitar that's kind of amazing. And so it's like, okay, well, does this thing really want to be more country? Does it really want to be more rock? Is it kind of somewhere in between? So it's fascinating to see the creative process as it begins to develop when you're tracking.
Oh, that's wonderful. Great to hear. People asking which academy. Yeah, it's the Produce Like a Pro Academy. That's who this is. Hey, Sean, how are you?
Hi, good.
Are you having fun?
Oh, it's so much fun. It's
Excellent.
way more fun. I knew it would be fun, but just completely beyond what I thought.
I think what Patrick was talking about with community, that we can all sort of like learn off each other and.
That's been. I was telling the guys at dinner last night. That's been the surprising lesson for me.
Right.
I expected the direct instruction and being around all the gear and learning that stuff, but all the conversations with the guys from the community is really where a lot of learning is taking place.
I agree entirely. I'm learning as well. Hey, Jeff McDonald. That was very cool of you. Like, hi, I'm Jeff McDonald.
That's one of the drummers I was talking about that was helping me.
You having fun?
Absolutely. I'm a blast. No, this has been
Well,
absolutely fantastic.
What I'd like to do this evening, if nothing else, is play some drums.
Absolutely.
I'm really hoping that we're going to play a little bit of drums. I think it's going to be amazing. Christian Vase over there, hiding. Oh, did you get them? Wow. Have you let Sam hear them yet? You have to pick something you know and love, so that you can experience it in a different way. Because if it's just something you don't know, you won't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the first time you listen has to be something you know and love. Yeah.
That room earlier, my kids text.
Yeah.
When we were in the, I literally started crying down the orchid.
Marvelous. People are saying I need an external mic for my phone. We'll have to find out the device that you do that for. Yes. Well, I hope everybody's been having a blast. It's been amazing doing this. It really has been incredible. This is a very short and sharp one. Please like and share the video. I really appreciate it. We're gonna go and get some food, and you can hear what people are saying. Yeah, it's a little quiet. The sound break the man legs. Break the main leg. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Sure do a great one for the phone. Giveaway. Okay, so Matt, what should we do? We're doing another Academy membership. So an Academy membership giveaway. What question can we ask? Who's your favorite Academy member? Answers on a postcard as long as it says Jeff McDonald. So...
Old famous Patrick.
All famous Patrick. Me. So I don't know. What's a good these questions aren't to test people's knowledge. These questions are to find out about people. Like I always ask, like favorite pieces of equipment. What would you like to know?
What instrument would you like to play that you don't know how to play now?
Oh, okay, that's a good. Trying to reconnect. Okay, yeah, we keep losing the interwebs. God bless it. But yes, so the question is, what instrument would you play? Sorry, I'll phrase that better. What instrument would you love to play that you don't actually play? Sitar. The question is, what instrument would you like to play that you don't already play? Theremin, lap steel, that's good. Drums, violin, drums, saxophone. Drums, piano, harp, piano, violin, pedal steel. The question is, what instrument do you not play that you wish you could? A lot of pedal steels there. I have to agree with that. We voice, yeah, being a singer, lap steel, pedal steel. I have to agree with that idea of pedal steel because we had Steve Dawson. How complicated is a pedal steel?
You've got knees, feet, and hands. I mean,
He's got like 6 knee switches.
yeah, and a lot of strings to keep.
Insane.
Intonation problems, of course. You gotta be right on the.
Kazoo, flute. Somebody says kazoo. Saxophone, drums. Wish you could play violin. Yes, I hear you. Cowbell. Having some serious streaming issues. Yeah, sorry about the serious streaming issues. I appreciate all of your patience while we're here. So, sorry about the Wi-Fi issues. What is that beautiful guitar you got there?
I don't know, but I was going to ask John what the story was behind this, but I didn't get a chance to.
Marvelous.
I asked Lowell, and he has no idea.
It's gorgeous.
He says it's just an old J45, you know.
Snow Gibson. It's been played a lot.
What's their first choice to a go-to mic? Is that for a good question, Martin? You want to ask that?
Plays really nice too. That one for a $100 guitar, it's amazing.
There you go.
Marvelous.
Signatures on it for me to play it. Just saying.
Hello, everybody. So let's do another question. Another question. Everybody's like, that's a good one. What is your go-to mic? What is your go-to mic to win another Academy membership? Your go-to mic. I'm going to go around and ask everybody here. What's your 57? Your go-to mic's a 57?
SM57.
SM57.
Or AT4050.
Or AT4050. That's a good mic. Go-to mic.
The VMS system for vocals and Rode M5 for guitar.
Nice. Lem?
You know, if you can get a U47 for vocals, as we learned yesterday, you just really can't beat it.
Especially
Marvelous.
93.
Especially number 193.
Especially number one for him. Sean?
Yes, the one I own is the NT1A.
NT1A.
That's a great one. I got one of those.
Jeff, what's your go-to mic? 57?
Drummer.
He's a drummer. There's a lot of 57s on that. Donnie, what's your go-to mic? Nice. Oh, nice. Ron.
Yeah, I like my Winter Audio CM7, but also the Royal 121.
Nice. Well, do you have a son, Earl?
Yes.
Is his name? I think he's commenting. He said my dad's guitar. Yes, he is commenting. Yes.
He's in my dad's guitar.
Yeah. He's watching. That's cool. What is your go-to mic?
Maybe a 4038.
A 4038. That's a good one. Yeah. Christian, you're going to throw it under the bus here. What's your go-to mic?
U47 we heard yesterday.
The U47. That's your go-to mic.
Number 193.
Yeah. Lau, what's your go-to mic? Any one mic?
57.
A 57?
For anything, right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
No, I mean, it depends. What are you talking about? Go-to for what?
Just like if you could only have one mic to do anything, everything.
Do everything.
Anything and everything?
Yeah.
One of those guys is going to be pretty awesome. 414.
A 414 EB.
Yeah, man. You can use that on anything.
There you go. I found so. Oh, Debbie, you're not getting away from it. What's your go-to mic? If you only had one mic. Well, which one? Which ones are the ones you've got? Do you go to?
The only decent mic I actually have for vocals or anything I used in an album that I did 5 years ago was an SE Electronics 2200.
Nice.
And it's the first version. They have I think they've had 2 versions since that now. And the thing is absolutely amazing. It sounds fantastic.
Wonderful. Absolutely amazing. All right. Well, is there a repeater out there? Isn't one out there, is there?
No, I brought it in here.
So if I go out there, I'm probably going to lose signal, yes?
There's a good chance of that.
There's a chance of that. All right. Well, it's funny because when I was out there, I wasn't losing any connection. So I thought we'd be fine in here.
You want to snake it? I'll take it out there.
Snake it?
Yeah.
Take it out there?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go through and talk a bit more about the mics. Is the food on its way?
I haven't ordered yet.
Okay. Kasha? Did you order food? Could you order me like, some kind of...
They have a falafel salad.
No, like a baked, like a... We are... Okay, so we're going back in... Microphones on this drum. But I'm going to go and do it again. Exactly. So we did Glyn Johns with the Mitex, which are pretty fantastic. I was really, really blown away with these, and they're quite affordable, and it sounded amazing. It's the other one up there. Then we had the Coles side here for cymbals, which, to be honest, sounded really, really good. I was really, really blown away by that. What are we ordering for lunch? We're getting Greek. And these Josephins. God, how do you pronounce that? Joseph. That is incredible. Actually sounded fantastic. But they're not cheap, but they're not, yeah, they're about, didn't you say $1,700? Cheap, but pretty believable for Toms. 57 with 451, and then a same setup here for the hi-hats. U67s on overheads. We went absolutely insane on this. Yeah, I'm sorry guys if we're not getting much. The one thing we don't have here is really, really good Wi-Fi, unfortunately. And we'll have to talk about that. But look, this microphone, I want to talk about this microphone. This is a U47. This is what they consider to be the most pristine. George Massenberg said it was the best U47 he'd ever heard. It's the smoothest top end I've heard on a 47. It's insanely smooth. And yesterday we did a shootout between 11 microphones. Yes, you heard me right. We shot out 11 microphones and we chose the best sounding mic and we did it blind test. And it is also the most expensive. So basically this was the best of 11 microphones. We had 251s, you name it. We had everything you could think of. And this came out our favorite mic. And then John McBride came in today and said this was the best sounding U47 he'd ever heard. And George Massenberg said it was the best U47 he'd ever heard. So pretty ridiculous. So yeah, U47, I believe the serial number is, I think he said 593. I think that's what it is. Number 593. Who let me in, Nick, in Blackbird? I don't know. They'll let anybody in there, won't they? They'll let anybody come in here. And then, I was talking about this yesterday, but this room, so what we did is we did the inexpensive mics. which is, of course, the Shure drum package here. We did the inexpensive mics. The price for that U47, probably about 15 or 20,000. So inexpensive mics, and then we did vintage mics like a D19, and we had Royals up, and we also had a D30 down there. So that was kind of his drum sound. And yesterday I was talking about these things here, which are these Roots EQ. And I think a lot of people already went out and checked them out, and a few people I know bought them. But these are like, the idea is like a T-Tow, so it's called Raitt EQ. And you just put it, here's your snare untamed. Okay, now put it on like the T-Tow trick. How good is that? Before, after. Absolutely amazing. They're about 20 bucks, and they've had these for a while now, and they haven't worn out, and they put them on a lot of sessions. So my guess is that they will last a long time as well, which is also fantastic, of course. Yeah, really, really good. So the company's called Roots EQ. Highly, highly recommended it. We recorded the drums like that. The Academy, yeah, exactly. The Academy guys, you'll get to download these files. And then for room mics in here, we had M50s. There's a pair of them. We also had some. They've been taken up because I used them somewhere else. Some ribbons here. But yeah, it's pretty much. We had so many different mics up here, and the whole idea was to have a huge collection of mics so that we could. So we could shoot out what you wanted, and you can mix it in different ways. You can mix it using the Glyn Johns technique, you can mix it using a very modern technique, and you can mix it using the way that Nashville guys record here. I'm sorry about the stream is cutting in and out, and this is very impromptu. Hi there, Dan. Please like and share. I appreciate it. I know that this is a very impromptu kind of session here, but I appreciate all of you liking and sharing. And, you know, this is an Academy Masterclass. These are all people here that are members of the Produce Like a Pro Academy and are coming here to do a masterclass. It's really, really wonderful. If you're not already an Academy member, please go and join. In the meantime, you can win a copy by answering a question. Can you tell me if... Here it is. How about this? What is your favorite snare drum? And if you don't know what your favorite snare drum is, and it can be a sampled snare drum, what is your favorite snare drum? If you don't have a favorite snare drum, you can just say, I don't have a favorite, or I don't record drums. I don't mind. Anybody can enter to win. There we go. Supraphonic. Got to agree with that. Portpay Black Brass DW. Can I show a close-up of the wall? Yeah, well, there's loads of different surfaces. So here, Supraphonics, more of those. Here you've got stone. And then they've got velvet curtain, which can cover the stone on this, so you can really change the way it sounds. And then over here, these walls here are all wood. And they're all, as you can see, like fluted, if you like. So, all uneven surfaces. And as you can see, the walls, you're not going to have any standing waves. Look at it there. Oh, you like my sample, says Piccolo, Superior Drummer, Pork Pie. Please like and share. I see there's 157 people on. If you can also like, that would be absolutely amazing. Ringo's Star Snare, yeah, Pork Pie. Are those real stones? Yeah, it's real stone. Yeah, real stone. I don't know how to make stone sound like stone, but it's stone. Roden TR-808, Black Beauty, which is one just here. There's a Black Beauty. Supraphonic, yes, Will, you really want to get yourself a Supraphonic. Please like and share. I'd really, really appreciate it. So these cymbals are the Avedis ones, which is, I don't know if you've heard about these. We were talking about them yesterday. They're basically the old formula of Zildjians. So they're dark. They record really well, but listen how dark they are. Even that ride. And I know I'm not hitting it with a stick, but they're super dark. Let me blow up here. Now, obviously you're listening through an iPhone, but they are remarkably good. Really, really good. Unbelievable. I think a few of the things that we've discovered that we love is like we've used the 640 TS, the Lewitt 640 TS. We've discovered that it is an amazing mic for stereo imagery. We use it on a piano. Highly recommend it. The 640 TS. We discovered that multiple miking is not an issue if you really want choice, and especially if you're trying to do multiple songs. If you get in a room and you do have different mic options, even though you might not use them all together, if you record them and you're running through a lot of songs, you can really help yourself out when it comes to mixing, because you have different drum sounds or different ways of capturing those drum sounds. So it's a pretty amazing thing to do. And then the other thing, of course, we found out was that, you know, this mic here is absolutely unbelievable and costs more than most people's cars. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Where is the serial number on this? I've forgotten. And it looks like it's, yep, it has the original power supply down here. There it is. There's the number. 193, serial number 193. So it's safe to say this is a pretty old one. So we have 164 people, 92 likes. Would you please like and share? Like to play the guitar one day. Thank you, Jason. I agree with you. Yeah, get one of the. We used the Lewitt on the piano, and it was unbelievable. We also used the new Slate VMS, the pencil condenser, on acoustic guitar. So we did a shootout with that as well. So lots to come, lots of wonderful information. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been really great. I'm going to do one more giveaway. Matt, are you still there? I'm going to do one more. So let's do one more giveaway. So this is for a membership to the Academy. And the giveaway, what can I do with a question? Costs more than, no, that's not true. Can I ask you something? Please, ask away. Ask me a question. So, Acrolite, I'm so late. Hey, everyone. It's quite all right. This is a real random one because I'm in on Slate. We were thinking of going to see lots of those. Yeah, this random question. What are the doors made of? I don't know. I think they're metal. Yeah. And they're huge. They're really, really thick. Super thick doors. Yeah. How many distresses does it take to change the light bulb? I don't know. Love the show. What mic setup would you use for a saxophone? I'd use the dynamic. I would use the dynamic unless I was working with a player that knew it really well. A lot of people use RE20s. I've seen people use 414s, but you have to be really, really careful if you're going to use something like a large diaphragm condenser, like a 414, and make sure it's not being blown out by the player, because there's a lot of, it's a really impressive place, I agree, Steve. Because there's a lot of SPL, a lot of sound pressure level coming out of that, a heck of a lot of air, and if you've got a mic there, you can just blow it up, you know. Yeah, the security doors, I suppose, is probably the best explanation. How many tracking rooms in Blackbird? Well, I think there's 11 studios. So I think nearly every room has at least one tracking room. You know, but this one has a piano room over there, 2 overdub rooms on the other side over here, a live room here. So you've got 4 rooms, and then there's a little room in there for 5th, and then there's a hallway behind and another room behind. So 6, 7 rooms tie line to this one control room. And then there's another control room behind here, behind this wall, which actually tie lines to this tracking room. It's behind here, and it's where they do all the 5-1. So there's a 5-1 room behind here. It's a George Massenburg room. Would a dynamic mic also soften the upper mids as a sax as well? Yeah, I mean, obviously 57s have presence lift, you know, 3-5K kind of presence lift, which is fantastic on guitars, amazing on snare drums, but might not be something that you want to hear on a saxophone. Yes,
Okay.
it's part of the deal.
I'm just asking.
Okay,
What's the cost?
Yeah, so God bless it. This has been absolutely wonderful. So what is that last question we're going to ask? I'm going to do one more giveaway. One more giveaway. Hopefully Matt's still tuned in and he hasn't tuned off. Matt, are you there? One more giveaway. The one more giveaway to be a member of the Academy. And I was going to ask you about soccer. No, I'm not. What a day. What a day. You know, I was joking with Eric Gonzalez, you know, Eric who works with us, saying that that he should go and thank the people of Korea. Did you see what happened? Crazy stuff. Always here, says Matt. He says, I'm always here. All right. So what's our question? Oh, and by the way, here's the Slate Digital. There's a Slate Digital. Thinking of a good question. I like doing this stuff on the fly. You see how I am? Okay. I'm just going to do this. What's your favorite song? This is music. We do music. What I want to talk about sometimes is like, we do music. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael Hansel. That's a crazy result. So, the question is, what is your favorite song? Split Ends. What was that Split Ends track? Message to My Girl. Taxman. Help. Freedom by Hendrix. Bluebird Yellow. Children of... I've already asked the question. Everybody else has already been answering the question, Sweaty. Ruby Tuesday, Purple Haze, Bohemian Rhapsody, Genesis, Abacab, nice. Ryan Adams, Glenn Jones, Here Comes the Sun, Steely Dan, Little Win, Pink Floyd, Mother, Electricity by Spiritual Eyes, Uptown Runk, not Uptown Funk. It's okay. Hey Jude, that's one of mine. Rebel, another one. Larry Carlton, Room 335, Bohemian Rhapsody, Green Day, Joni Mitchell. Hey, how's it going?
Richard's gone.
Oh, Richard! Hey, everybody. You want to beam live? I want to come.
Do I feel live?
Do you feel live? That's Mr. Richard Dodd.
How you doing?
It's wonderful. You know, I was just talking. I was talking earlier about Leo Sia, Silverbird.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was the first time I remember reading your name.
Really?
Yep. What a.
You didn't learn to read very early then, did you?
No, exactly. You busted me for my age. You can see through the hair dye. Anyway, we're going to go and talk to Mr. Richard Dodd, which is pretty amazing. Did you choose the song, Matt? All right. All right, everybody. You all rock. Please like and share. Eating February. That's funny. It's one of my band's albums. I asked for favorite album. I know that they're trying to ingratiate themselves because it's not a good album. I liked my band, but that was not a good album. All right. Well, it was okay. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. Very, very exciting. Really excited to be here. I'm very excited to go and talk to Richard. All right. Have a marvelous time. We'll talk to you all again very soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.